Good evening, baseball fans. Is it really, though, a good evening? I don't think it's a good evening, but I can't really start the show by saying evening because that's just weird.
Sup? I hate everything.
Pretty much. There you go.
This
There you
is
go.
Susie.
There you go. That's it. That's the one right there. So this is I don't even know what day it is, guys. What month? It is Monday, October 23rd. And we have just finished watching the upheaval, absolute disastrous game 7 of the ALCS where side note, hi. If your children are listening to this, you should probably put them away. Put them away. Make them not hear this. I don't know. However you want to do that, that's neither here nor there. That's up to you. But just know that there will be lots of adult language used and lots of adult references made that maybe tiny ears don't want tiny ears to hear. I'm just warning you right now. So lots of F-bombs will be dropped. That's your warning. That's your warning. So here's your earmuffs. Go put them on, and or maybe listen to this while you don't have your children around. And or don't listen to this at work because we're definitely not going to be safe for work. I'm Susie. That is Tom. And like I said earlier, guys, Monday, recording this after we just got done getting shellacked. Oh, hi, Marmy. Do you see the orange cat? If you're on YouTube, come look at the orange cat. And that's not a euphemism. There is an actual orange cat. If you're just listening to this, go to the YouTube side and see. Hi, look, see the orange cat? Meow. That's Marmy. So again, not a euphemism, guys. I'm not it's actually an orange cat. I don't this recording is going to just be all over the place. Not like any of the other recordings, not like any of the other episodes have like a super good structure, but this one's just really going to be all over the place because my emotions are all over the place because I'm really trying to hold it in. Now, if you're new around here, I became a baseball fan in 2018, guys. 2018 after the whole 2017 World Series, I didn't really get to enjoy that because that's not baseball wasn't a thing for me. 2018, 2019, I got to enjoy the World Series, but I didn't really get baseball. Okay, like I was a little sad that we didn't win, but I could not tell you anybody else on the Nats team. Like Steven Strasburg was the World Series MVP, and I had no idea. Couldn't like I learned that fact I think this year, and I'm all Steven Strasburg, who's that? And everybody looked at me like I was insane because I did in fact watch the 2019 World Series and had no idea. 2020 was just a weird fucking year, right? And who really remembers 2020 anyways? 2021 Braves, that one hurt a little bit. I knew a little bit about baseball then. Didn't really know too much about any other teams, though. This last season, though, has been really the season that I dove in, and learned about all of the teams and all of the baseballs and all of the terms. And this loss hurts just a little bit more because with great knowledge comes great power and great disappointment, obviously, because this season did not need to be as fucking hard as it was, and it's, I think, a little bit extra disappointing because we had the fucking talent there, like you could see it, like it's just there out of our grasp. And if you're on the YouTube side, you can go like look at my random ass hand gestures pretending like I'm grasping at things, but just really imagine, okay? We had the talent. I mean, we have all the same players pretty much from last season. And I swear to God, if anybody comes at me with "that's baseball" with like a shruggy emoji, I will find you and I will just throw punch you because I don't want to hear that. Even though I realize that that's like a valid argument and just a blanket statement for everything wrong with baseball. That shellacking that we just took at Minute Maid Park, I think is compounded 94,003 times worse by the fact that we fucking swept them in Arlington. And my mind is just boggled at why in the actual fuck we cannot win a fucking home game. Just one. Just one. Do 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 we need to sacrifice an actual chicken? I didn't say it. I'm just wondering if that's did somebody put some sort of like curse on it? Like, is the ojo bad? Is that what it is? Is it the ojo? Is that bad? Do we need to get some Vicks Vapor Rub and just like on the roof and like I don't know, is there a basement? There's not a basement in I don't know. Well, I don't know if there's a basement in Minute Maid Park, but if somebody knows. Do we need to put some Vicks Vapor Rub? Just a thin layer. Put some socks on it. Like what do we need to do, guys? I need to know. I need to know.
So
I need to know these things.
it's funny that you missed 2017 because 2017 with the Nationals, that series, the World Series, went the exact same way. No home team won a game. So
Did y'all win? Did y'all I say y'all like I'm not part of Astros Nation right now. So Astros won in DC. Oh wow. Okay.
went down 2-0, went to DC, won 3 games, came home, lost 2 games.
Wait, in 2017?
Mm-hmm.
2017 we won.
Before Susie. Or I'm sorry, 2018 with the Nationals.
2019, you mean? Because 2018, the Red Sox won the World Series.
See, I can't even put dates together because I don't want to. But yes, that series, the National Series, whatever the fuck it was, that's how bad this loss has me all discombobulated. I don't even remember baseball right now. I don't even know what my name is. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with my right hand because my left hand's so angry. I can't even function. See what this has done? I don't even know. Anyway, yes, the National Series went the same fucking way. And it was painful then. It's painful today. And
is it less painful that this is quote unquote only an ALCS versus a World Series?
this one's less painful because that team was stacked. That's going to go down as one of the greatest teams that never won at all, in my opinion. When you look at all the talent compiled there with Verlander and Cole and Morton and LMJ and all of the guys, Springer and Correa and Tuve, just firing on all cylinders.
Which World Series did LMJ throw 24 straight curveballs? Was that the 17 or the 19?
I think that was 17.
Or was that the 18? I don't know why I'm asking you. You didn't even remember the 17, 19.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know.
Guys, do you see what the fuck I'm working with here? Like what? God, if anybody
hold on,
can be a competent co-host that's a female, holler at me. Just saying.
In my defense, we have no business recording a pod after that game. Emotionally, physically, spiritually, all distraught. Should not be doing anything right now. But
besides drinking, okay, fair. That's fair. That's fair. But you know what? Like again, I need to get the emotions out, Tom.
Okay,
I need to get the emotions out before I have to record another podcast in the morning with an unbiased. I was going to say advisor, and that's not the term I'm trying to look for. Spectator. There we go. Is a Dodgers fan of all teams, so he's going to be courteous. But I can't fire on all cylinders there. I have to be somewhat professional, and I can't drop all the fucking F-bombs, even though it's my fucking show, but I still can't. But
something tells me when the Dodgers got swept, that guy did not record that night. Probably did not. Because I'm sure it felt equally as gut punching, if that's a word. It's probably not a word, but I'm going to use it. Wrenching, punching, fisting, fighting, whatever. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. It was not good.
Like I said, people, like I said, okay? Adult references here, okay? When your 6-year-old's asking what fisting is, don't come looking for me. That's on Tom. Tom, okay? Tom.
You gave the hold on. You gave the warning. I'm
I
not
did.
allowed to say that.
I did I gave the warning. I gave it. I did. I did.
Mom's on her own there. Dad's on
Okay.
his own there. He's got to figure that one out.
All right. Like I get it. I gave the warning. There was going to be adult content and to language. So whatever. Guys, this one hurts. This one hurts so bad. That fucking game. If we were not recording on the PSF app, if we were not doing that, I would have turned that fucking game off in the 4th inning. And then like watched it from my phone. And then like the masochist I am, like the good
Turn
thing
it
that's
back on. Turn
the
it
good
off. Turn
things
it back.
that would happen, like I would turn it on and then like turn it off again when like the Rangers would score. My heart hurts, y'all. Like I'm disappointed, I am sad, I am frustrated. I have anguish in my soul. Okay? And for those that know me personally, I know y'all are thinking, "What soul?" Okay? She's in here, all right? She's in here. Uh, Um, it hurts, guys. Like it hurts. It hurts so bad. And all of the people that are like, "Oh, well, you must be new around here." Yes, yes, I am. And it hurts. Okay. So just lay the fuck off. If for some reason you feel the need to like leave that in the comments, just please don't and just like walk off a fucking bridge. Okay. Just keep it to yourselves. I get it. I get it. All right. Like, yes, I am new around here, and my whole entire fandom, the Astros have been good and the Astros have won. I get it. Okay.
So
And it
have you
hurts.
seen that
It
meme?
hurts. It hurts.
Have you seen that meme where it's a dude from Spider-Man and he's got like the noose around his neck, and he's looking over and he's like, first time?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that guy because I've been here. So I understand where you are. I appreciate where you are. It's what makes you a fan. You're supposed to feel this way. But for me, I'm a little bit more subdued because we've
Because you've
done
been
this.
here before, right?
We've
Like,
done this. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we've done this. We've done this. It's you know, that national series was not good. '05 with the White Sox, really not good. I mean, we've done this before. It's this sucks more for me because it was the Rangers. Because this was a team that you had so much success against all season long, and they were little brother, and you treated him like little brother, and you let go of the rope. Yeah, I mean, you did it. You did what you had to do, and then they challenged you. You know, with the fight or whatever you want to call that, and you responded. You said, "Nope, we ain't taking it." And then you got home in front of Susie, in front of your faithful, and laid down. And then they're okay, one game, and then you lay down again. That's for me in a small shell. That's what it is. All the other stuff, it's baseball. Shrug.
I hate you. Fucking, I'm gonna throat punch you next time I see you, Tom.
I'm trying to shed a little light. I mean, it's this is not fun.
It's not fun. It's not fun.
This
If
is
you,
never fun.
guys, like this is if if you just tuned in, to the ALCS, you will not have witnessed the 3-game just massacre that happened a month prior in Arlington. Okay, I think we outscored them something ridiculous. It was like almost in the 40s. I think we scored like 39 runs or something, 39 to like 12. Okay, the total amount of runs that happened in September, I think our whole entire record over the season was like 9-1 or something like that. And the fact that we couldn't win one fucking home game just is mind-boggling to me. And the fact that Adolis Garcia has not been popped for steroid use yet is just another mind-boggling situation for me. And I'm gonna go look for it on my Twitter. Tom, you talk while I go find this on my Twitter, because I need to show y'all the comparison. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, follow the show at Twitter. I will never call it X. I'm gonna always call it Twitter. Bourbon in like the letter N B ball. Go find that because it's a great time. It's a great time. But I put a side by
Also
side.
unfiltered.
Also, what a little bit more filtered, but mostly unfiltered. I'm gonna find the side by side that I did of his rookie picture versus his picture now, and you cannot tell me that this is the same motherfucker. So you talk. I'm gonna find this on my thing.
La- Ladies and gentlemen, I I I wish we were coming to you on better terms. I wish I had to tell you, well, Dusty should have did this. Dusty should have did that. We've done this all season long. When Susie's had me, we've done it on the PSF. Um, this was a game. If you watched it, I'm sure you did. This was a game that there were opportunities to stop the bleeding, and at every point where we thought, okay, do this, do that, Susie going, why is nobody fucking warming? You know, there were opportunities, and it didn't happen. And you know, this is stuff that you kind of saw throughout the season.
Okay.
And
Um,
wow,
if you're only audio, you need to go look at the YouTube. Go look at the YouTube at whatever what minute are we at now? I don't even 16:45. Okay. 16:45. Go look at the YouTube and just see the side by side of Adolis Garcia's rookie year versus now. And you cannot tell me that this is not the same motherfucker. Like he is Skeletor in his fucking rookie picture. His head grew. His his head grew. Like drop the workout routine, sir. How you make your head grow? Okay? Like I we always knew that he was a strong motherfucker and I'm not denying that. But your head is literally bigger. Literally. What supplements are you on, sir?
yeah,
Ah,
yeah. Rangers Adolis looks like he ate Cardinals Adolis Garcia. Like
that's
that's
not
a snack.
it, I'm I'm at a loss of words because someone had said it kind of flippantly, just kind of off the cuff, and I was like, "No." I mean, because of course, like we rookie of the year, what in 2021, he was jacked then, and then I went and looked, and no, it's a whole different man's. It's a whole different man's. So
And
that's
in a short amount of time too, right? Well, what are we talking? 3 years, 4 years
yeah,
here?
yeah. So it's just I'm shocked. I'm not shocked. It's it's baseball. Shrug emoji. It is what it is. I just can't.
But said animal had his way today. You know, he hit 2 bombs. Um, he just got whatever he wanted, and I think he had 6 RBIs today or 5 RBIs today. You know, the Astros only had 4 runs, so literally beat him by himself.
Yeah.
It's
It wasn't a fun time. It wasn't a fun time for anybody. For anybody. It's the box score for the Rangers. It's so bad. It's so bad. Marcus Simeon went 1 for 5 with a run and a walk. Corey Seager is 3 for 5 with 2 runs, an RBI, and a walk. Evan Carter, their rookie phenom. Hey, guess what? They have a rookie phenom. Did you know that the Astros also had a rookie? We can't quite call him phenom because he didn't do shit in the playoffs because oh, that's right. He didn't get to fucking play. Um, so at no point in time could, he be shown off. Um and Adolis Garcia. Adolis fucking Garcia. 4 for 5 with 5 RBIs and 3 runs. His OPS is an 1102. 1.102. Um, just for those that are new around here and that maybe don't know the OPS, what that means and like what's a good one. Anything over a 1 dot, like 1 dot is like you're really fucking good. Like that's like the 100 essentially. So anything over that, basically you're 102 better than like the standard. And that's just fucking dumb. Mitch Garver, who got hit by a pitch, who took 98 in the ribs. Sorry about that, Mitch Garver. Um, 1 for 3. FYI, Mitch Garver is the Rangers' backup catcher, who is their fucking DH. Can you imagine? Can you imagine having 2 catchers, two catchers that can hit, that play in the lineup, so that when they're not in the lineup as catcher, they DH? That's a novel concept. I wonder um I wonder what other teams do that. Oh, the Braves. The Braves do that. I realize now that the Braves are not in a playoff series and they got knocked out, but they won over 100 games. Just okay. When you don't have any holes in your lineup. Now, granted, I realize that Martin Maldonado is not the only hole in our lineup, but he is a vast, deep, big hole.
And it's something we've said all season. It's been one of those things that teams in the past have been able to carry Maldonado because they were so good top to bottom. And he was like one hole that you are like, okay, you take his defense and you live with it. When Jeremy Pena becomes a hole, when
Kyle Tucker becomes a hole, because I know y'all are going to come for Kyle Tucker's head, and that hurts my soul. But need I remind y'all motherfuckers that he was the AL RBI leader this season, okay? Yeah, he disappeared in the playoffs, and I'm sure he feels fucking great about that, but motherfucker performed all season long. He carried this team when Jordan was cold and when Altuve was out, and we didn't have Michael Brantley and our good $1 billion first baseman that we signed was nowhere to be found. Kyle Tucker was there, guys. Okay. So, like, give the motherfucker a break. And for those people that said that we needed to bench Kyle Tucker and put in Mauricio Dubon, I need you just to learn ball. I can't with y'all. Like, stop it. Fucking stop it. Just stop. Don't get me wrong. I love Mauricio Dubon. Twice nominated for Gold Glove, Mauricio Dubon at second base. If you're wondering how he got Gold Glove at second base, it's a whole thing, guys. It's a whole thing. We're gonna have to do a whole separate episode about that. But he got nominated for second base Gold Glove and a utility Gold Glove, which I hope he wins handily, because that is the position in which he fucking belongs. Not in the outfield. Even though our illustrious manager decided to play him in center field for most of the time when we had an actual center fielder, 2 of them actually, 2 of them that actually play the position, that have more defensive runs saved, in the outfield, actual outfielders. One that didn't even make the fucking ALCS roster.
Fact Sports MLB 2 hours ago on Twitter said Dusty Baker fired by Astros, banned from Houston city limits. This is like when the game was like going on.
It was that in the 4th inning, because that would track.
Probably, yeah.
Guys, I I'm really trying to, like, temper all of my rage, because if I let it loose, it would be like a Frank the Tank style rant, and I can't be clipped virally doing that. It's just it's not a thing that I can do. Um, but my rage at some point is going to just burst like a dam because I've been holding it in so fucking often. Um, so I'm going to try and temper this and use all my big girl words and not insert the word fuck or fucking every other word. I'm going to try very hard. So if you've listened to the show at all before, or if you've been in any of the spaces before, I'm sure that you guys have heard me say about the horrific mismanagement of Yainer Diaz and Mauricio Dubon, and basically this entire fucking lineup. Listen, I understand Mauricio Dubon was super awesome for us when Jose Altuve was out, but Jose Altuve came back in, and at some point in time, you need to sit Mauricio Dubon down and use him where he belongs, as a fucking utility infielder. The mismanagement of Yainer Diaz is just fucking criminal, and at no point in time will I ever fucking thank Dusty Baker for his horrific use of Yainer Diaz, because that's some just absolute fucking bullshit. The fact that we carried 3 catchers for 3.5 months, and the 3rd catcher routinely got starts, like, over Yainer Diaz, it just blows my mind. And for anyone that is looking at the tied record between Dallas and Houston, you cannot tell me at any point in time if Yainer Diaz was inserted as fucking catcher into any of the games, where Martin Maldonado was, or, I don't know, at DH where Bly Madris, if you're wondering who the fuck Bly Madris is, exactly. Rylan Bannon, um, those 2, Corey Julks. Corey Julks, I love you, and I'm so happy that you got to be on the team, and, like, I love the whole hometown story, but the fact that you got so many plate appearances just blows my mind as well. Um, this entire thing, guys, was just mismanaged. All of the mismanagement. Dusty Baker had been a manager of multiple teams in the World Series, and do y'all ever wonder why he only had 1 World Series title? Does that cross anybody's mind? Because it crossed my mind, and I was like, "I don't understand." I hope you do now. I hope you do now. The fact that Dusty Baker had never won a Game 7 and Bruce Bochy has won 3 of them, how can you not look at the vast differences in management styles and continue to say that Dusty Baker is a great manager? I can't. I literally can't. And I said it before, and I'll keep fucking saying it, that we won the World Series last season in spite of Dusty Baker and not because of Dusty Baker. And I'll fight you. I will literally fight. I will literally throw motherfucking hands. And anybody that tells me otherwise, I'm going to throw the classic "you don't know ball." That's the line that I will throw at you, and I will just continue to keep throwing that line at you because Dusty Baker cannot manage from behind. And that team last season was just so good that we lucked into it. Our pitching was that great that we were really never that far behind. And it hurts my soul. It really hurts my soul, and I really hope that Dusty Baker is not back next season. And people are gonna come for me and be like, "Oh my god, you can't be a real fan if you don't want to." Stop it. Just fucking stop it. Like if this gut wrenching, soul ripping experience of watching our fucking team get manhandled, if that wasn't enough for you, like, just I don't know, I guess I know what you like to do in your free time, like S&M, like, what how do you not? How do you You just like being hurt all the fucking time then? Okay, that's I mean, I'm not trying to kink shame anybody. That's what you like to do. Um, but there's no way. There's no way in hell that I want Dusty Baker back on this team, and I want Maldonado far, 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 far away from this team. So far. So far. At some point in time, I said, I would love it if Martin Maldonado would be like a bench coach. Like I don't even want him in that capacity. I want him like go vacation with your family, sir, and eat buckets of fried chicken or empanadas or tacos or whatever foods you like. What did he say he laid off of when he came to spring training? And he's like, I lost 15 pounds because I stopped eating pizza and Coke or something. I don't remember.
He found it. Whatever he laid off, he found
He
it.
found it. But that motherfucker's knees have got to just be screaming. He played 1,003 games this season, guys. I don't that just that my body literally hurts for him.
And in a game, in a series where you needed the offense, we struggled watching this team at times struggle to produce offense when you had talented offensive players not on the field, like Chas McCormick, like Yainer Diaz, that if they're allowed to be in their natural position, in the lineup daily, they produce.
Yep.
It's when you ask a guy to sit for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, and then go, hey, but here's a pinch hit, ice cold
Yeah.
in the
Here's a
seventh
pinch hit
inning.
at bat with the
Yeah.
bases loaded, 2 outs. But come
Yeah.
on. Can you do something? Can you produce? And
And
then
when
people
you
are just so fucking happy when you fail.
see, he told you he wasn't shit.
Right. Like, motherfuckers, you don't know ball. What are you gonna do? Like, he's literally not had live at bats for like the last 2 weeks. What? Like, stop it. Just stop it.
And then something that we pointed out, all throughout this series about Yainer is that you identified that the kid's got something, that he can be a run producer, that he can be a middle of the lineup type bat in your lineup. And you see the Rangers do the exact same thing with Evan Carter and just lean all the way into it. He batted as high as third in this series and was on base every game. Like, that's something that this team sorely missed, something that they absolutely needed from the bottom of the lineup, so that you had guys in positions with Bregman and Jordan and Tuve when he was doing his things. The game that they won, the game 5 that they won, Yainer gets that leadoff hit.
Yep.
And that should have earned him a start, I think, somewhere. If not with Framber, then definitely with CJ. Instead, we go back to the well for the wisdom, and it didn't translate into ERA. Because for all the people that want to speak to Maldi as being the pitching whisperer, they didn't have shit to say when those pitchers struggled. We're not laying Framber and CJ's days at their feet or at his feet. We're not. We're talking about, well, they didn't have it. Well, neither did the catcher.
Yeah. Like, sir, why are you calling 5 sliders in a fucking row? He's gonna catch up to one, especially when you throw it in the same goddamn place.
Or lay off them all, and then we're walking leadoff hitters, or then we're at 3-1 to Adolis Garcia. It just things that didn't make a lot of sense. There were times they shouldn't have pitched to Adolis Garcia.
Yeah, just 4 fingers. 4 fingers.
That's
just
it.
There you go.
That's it.
Barry Bonds. I mean, you're already juicing. Might as well get the treatment, okay? Like,
One of the huge plays early on, it was second and third. I think it was 1 out. Adolis comes up. First base was open. Could have set up the double play. Wouldn't even have made, wouldn't even have made anybody think differently.
Nope.
Total baseball sense. Nope. We'll pitch to him.
Yep. Two run single.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Just, oh, cool. Love that for us. I mean, by the 4th fucking inning, we were out of that game, guys. Like, we were out. You could tell in the body language, you could tell in everything. And by that time it was just I really do think that like there needs to be some sort of like forfeit rule. Oh, cool. By like the 6th inning, like y'all don't want to play no more, like Little League? Cool. White flag. Done. Done. My heart hurts still. My heart hurts still. I don't know. I don't know. There's like I said, I'm gonna try and find more time in the off season to record. We will talk about roster moves, who we think will be here, who we think will be traded, um, other various topics for the team. And then we will talk about a little bit of the other teams. So obviously the AL West does not run through Houston this year. The AL West runs through the motherfucking Texas Rangers. That hurts to say. That hurts my heart to say because fuck the Rangers all day, every day. And it will come down to a game 7 for the Diamondbacks, Arizona Diamondbacks, baby, and the Philadelphia Phillies. My heart says, go baby backs. My brain, however, says that the Phillies offense is going to be just a little bit too much for too long. 7-game series is going to be too long, but Brandon Pfaadt, do your thing, baby. Brandon Pfaadt is the rookie pitcher for the Diamondbacks. That is their 3rd starter that shoved in his start for the Diamondbacks and won, and he gets the game ball in game 7. Hopefully his game 7 start is a little bit better than our game 7 start because CJ got knocked out in the 1st inning. Couldn't even get out of the 1st. That was painful. It was painful, guys. All of it. All of it. Got bent over, no lube, just all of it. Just
And it's really crazy for CJ because he pitched so well in 4 other postseason starts. You felt really confident going in. I think if anything, you thought that Scherzer might be the guy that was more susceptible coming off an injury. Didn't have a great start last time out.
didn't
And
have a great start this time. Didn't
yeah,
have a great start this time. Allowed all kinds of traffic. But could we capitalize? No, because obviously our timely hitting in Minute Maid Park is somehow thrown off. So again, where are the bones buried and where do I need to dig to get them to like release the curse? I'd need to know this. And or maybe in the off season we make our batter's eye look like Arlington's. Just a thought, Jim Crane. Just a thought. Don't know. Is there a petition we can sign? Can we make a petition? Let me know. Let me know. That would be great.
it'll be interesting to see if something happens there because that has been something that Susie has been adamant about. And I think they even kind of omitted that there is something about the batter's eye that the hitters do not love.
Well,
So,
they painted half the Budweiser
yeah.
thing orange. Good night. Green to cover up like the Budweiser and like the red and stuff. So, I just saying. Just saying. Maybe we take a look at the batter's eye next in the off season. Guys, I know it's late. It's late for us. My emotions are still very high, and still very raw. So if you are a Rangers fan, my friends that are Rangers fans, I'm gonna need you to not gloat in my face within the next couple of days because I don't know if I have enough bail money for when I throat punch you. So um yeah, it's too soon. It's too soon. At some point in time, I can congratulate you and I can say, yep, yep. But it's not gonna be tonight or tomorrow or really any time maybe in the next week or so, um, without me just being extremely salty. So I can't even it's just no, I'm sorry. It's just fuck the Rangers all day, every day. I can't. I can't. I can't. And I guess that makes me a bad Texan or whatever, because there's two camps. There's two camps. Those that are going to root now for the Texas Rangers, because that is the team that is from Texas, and it's Texas all day every day, or it's fuck the Rangers all day every day. And I am firmly entrenched in that camp, and it's whoever on the other side. I would again love the Diamondbacks. So at some point in time, we will actually do like a full like review pod, um, and go over all of like actual stats and shit for that. But we couldn't do that tonight. We couldn't do that tonight. We had to get out the emotions. Fuck the emotions.
Here's what I'll say to help with the emotions.
I don't want the emotions.
I understand. I don't want them either. And to do that for me, I got to realize that the Astros were one of the last 4 teams standing. And they can't win every year. I wish they could. I wish that Jim Crane would spend all the money. I wish they would spend $800 million on this team like Texas did, and just all the pieces and just say, fuck you guys. We're going to, at Globo Gym, we're better than you, and we know it. They're not going to do that. They're very frugal, and I can appreciate that. I can understand. I'm only going to spend where I think I need to spend. I think they do spend some money in the offseason. I think this team can get better. And it's a scary thought when you think about it, that this team can get better, because they were literally 1 game away from another World Series, which would have made 3 in a row. And it doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen.
I mean, we're going to be
better by default.
I say we know. We actually don't know. Maybe Jim Crane.
Know.
Maybe Jim Crane says, "Fuck all y'all. I love me some Dusty Baker, and I love what he did with the club this year." And maybe he's back next season. And I hope to God that's not true, because if it is, I don't
think there's any way Dusty comes back because of the friction between him and Dana Brown. From what I've read, where Dana felt like we did and thought we should get more Yainer Diaz, and we did not. And I think that that's going to be a rift that's probably going to be too much. I also feel like Dana's going to want his own guy. In the PSF app earlier today, MZMZ, one of the guys is always there. He's really good. He talked about Walt Weiss, which was a bench coach for the Braves, which is a Dana Brown guy, which makes a lot of sense. That way, they can have that synergy. Hey, I know what you want, that kind of deal, as opposed to let me manage and you just put the pieces out there. I think that matters. I think when you have a GM and a head coach or a manager that are linked up together, they do really good, because they understand each other, what they want and what they need, as opposed to one guy saying one thing and the other guy saying, I think you're wrong. So,
but don't you think that Joe Espada could be that guy, though? I mean, like, I feel like Joe Espada is a little bit more in sync with what Dana Brown could want, or maybe that's just wishful thinking for me. But I feel like if Joe Espada, because he has interviewed in I don't know how many different teams, 1, 2, 3, like White Sox, Marlins. He's interviewed for at least 2 other managerial jobs. He hasn't gotten them. I don't know if that's on his end or their end or whatnot. But I mean, I for some reason feel like he had stuck around because it's basically been like, hey, this is going to be yours. We just got to wait out Dusty, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is.
I really would not be upset if Joe Espada got the job. I wonder sometimes if that maybe he was an old regime guy, and maybe Dana wants a fresh start. That'll be really the big topic of the offseason for the Astros, more so than anything moves they do player wise. It's just what's going to happen at manager. I mean, Joe Espada, for all intents and purposes, has been the guy in waiting, right?
Yeah.
But maybe this whole thing might have soured that. Maybe it helped build it. I know when Dusty got booted out of that game, Espada made some great late game moves that got them that win. So that'd be at the top of my resume. I'm looking for a new voice, regardless of who it is.
Yeah.
I feel like anybody right now would be something different, refreshing for this Astro clubhouse, as opposed to Dusty, who's you've kind of like
This
he's
fucking stapler would be more refreshing than Dusty Baker, okay? Like, just I I need him. I please, Dusty, ride off. I would have so loved if he just rode off into the sunset after last season, and then I wouldn't have this awful fucking taste in my mouth for him because I genuinely feel like he is a wonderful personality. As a person, I feel like I would like him. As a manager, I wanna shoot him out of a cannon, okay? I can separate those. Some people can't separate those, okay? I can. I want Dusty Baker to go enjoy his vineyard and all his gardening and his tomatoes and his peppers and just enjoy life and not have to worry about not raising your blood pressure
when you
screaming
should.
at umpires, okay? I need maybe a manager that doesn't need to worry about that so much so that when umpires are calling balls 3 feet outside the fucking lines, we maybe start chirping just a little bit more. And for all of Brian Cashman's not Brian Cashman, yeah, Brian Cashman. Aaron Boone, I'm dumb. Aaron Boone. Jesus, Susie. Aaron Boone, the manager of the Yankees, I think has gotten tossed the most last season. I need a little bit of that fire. Just a I don't want all of Aaron Boone's fire. Just a little bit of the fire, okay? Just a little bit. Just that much, okay? If you're going if go watch on YouTube, you will see.
Yeah, especially like when you look at a series like this where I clearly feel like there was a lot of frustration from the players and they just kind of accepted it because they got, pretty shitty strike zone. And I think if there would have been some fire coming out of that dugout, even if it was Alex Centrone,
Mhm.
maybe, just maybe that would have tightened it up a little bit. Or at least, you would have had some, okay, my manager's got my back,
Mhm.
you know,
Yep.
now I have that energy to go fight with. They just kind of seem, kind of okay.
Yeah.
I got to take it. I got to defend it. And there were so many at bat changing pitches in this series that I think, had they went the other way or maybe we have a different outcome.
Yeah. All right, guys. It's been long enough that I can't make any more words. So we're gonna sign off. Thank you for hanging out with us. If you have been here forever, we appreciate you. Again, I'm Susie. That is Tom. And rate, review, subscribe, do all that fun fucking stuff. We appreciate y'all. Yay, baseball. Sadness.